All right. Good afternoon. This is take 3. I've tried to record 3 times so far, and I've been cut off somehow. Anyway, I'll just go back to what I was... Okay. Oh, sorry, I just forget. Okay, so first thing first, cycle update. I am cycle day 6. Nothing going on really, just waiting to test. I've thought about other people's opinions on, like, oh, you should wait till you're late to test. Sorry, it's not in my nature at this point. I'll probably be testing early for sure. So, I don't know when, a couple days maybe. So anyway, what I really wanted to talk about, though, is my stillbirth. I've just been thinking a lot about it lately, and I made this video, I made this YouTube channel to talk not only about trying to conceive, but also about my stillbirth. So, I'm on a lot of Facebook groups for stillbirth and trying to conceive, and trying to conceive after stillbirth or a miscarriage or a loss. So I talk to a lot of different people, and I see a lot of different situations and different grief processes and thoughts. And people will argue, oh well, is it, you had children at home. Like, if you have children at home already, and is, that's a lucky thing. Like, oh, thank God you already have other children. Yes, and people get mad at that, but I agree, in a way. Now, like I've said, my first child, I was 18. Second child, I was 28. Both were unplanned. My first one, I was terrified. I hid the pregnancy for 5 months, did not want to be pregnant. But once it came out into the open that I was pregnant, I let myself be happy and excited, even though I was, still scared. But there's a magic about pregnancy, as stupid as that sounds. You're carrying a life. You're changing. You're watching your belly grow, feeling the baby move. You get to see the baby on ultrasounds, hear its heartbeat. You're the center of attention. You have baby showers. You're anticipating it, and it's magical. And so my first and second babies, even though unexpected, I assume, well, my first pregnancy was fine, my second pregnancy was fine, third pregnancy will be fine. Wrong. It took us a long time to get pregnant the third time, and then we lost her, and it was very unexpected. And had that been my first pregnancy, I mean, it would be horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if I want to say worse, but I can't imagine having that magic gone forever. Because now, whatever pregnancy I have next, there's going to be fear, like a lot of fear that this will happen again or something else, or, just you're always going to be living in fear. So had it been my first pregnancy, every pregnancy would have been fearful for me. And so for that, I'm grateful. But having children, on the other hand, I've already given birth. I've had my children, and I know what it's like to raise them. And I know they have different personalities and different likes, and I wonder about her all the time, how she would have fit in with us. And also, watching your children grieve is hard. My youngest in particular had a hard time. She still talks about the baby, and she's doing fine. But there's really no answer to which is worse, if you have children or not. Like I said, I think it would be devastating for this to have been my first pregnancy. I think it's really sad when, especially, particularly a young girl, having that forced upon her in her first pregnancy. But, I mean, it's rough either way. And, now another fear for me is infertility. Before I wasn't having these problems, and now, I don't know, like, we had a hard time getting pregnant with Emerson, and the thought of there not being another chance is hard too. I've just been thinking about that lately, and it's a kind of a silly subject to bring out, but like I said, I just thought I'd make a little video about it and things I've been hearing. And then another thing, infertility. Well, infertility is also secondary, where it's taken you a long time to get pregnant with a second or third child, Whereas, you know, normal, like primary infertility is when it takes you a long time the first time. And I try not to step on people's feet with that because, yes, I do have children. I have been pregnant. I have had children. We struggled with infertility with our third child. A lot of people will be rude about that, and most people are nice. A lot of people will say, well, that's not infertility, or you have no right to be in this group because you've had children. You know, I don't know what it's like to struggle to get pregnant the first time, but I know how hard it is to struggle to get pregnant in general. And just because I've had children doesn't mean that I don't feel that as well. So, you know, like I said, primary infertility would be terrible. Secondary infertility is terrible. It's terrible in general. It's an empty, hollow feeling. It feels like you're not good enough. I've wanted 3 children. I want to complete my family. And you know what? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I would never wish infertility of any kind on anybody. And I do try to be gentle with my words and with my stuff, because I do think that, you know, I don't want to make anyone feel like I think my secondary infertility is worse than their primary, because that's not true. I just think that people need to look at it both ways. Yes, I'm very lucky to have the children I have, but the struggle is still real. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut it now because it's 6 minutes already and I don't want it to be too long. I'll make a video in a couple days, you know, a cycle update, and I will talk to you guys later.